Now, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is the second video for today, and then we are going to be talking about events, web events. So it's a good thing you've already started doing some practice on your own, and then you must have come across different events happening on the web, which is handled by the JavaScript part of the web application. So in a nutshell, what I'm going to be talking about is what is event, how it's being used, and what type of event do you use at every point in time, and how do you manage to use them. So basically, looking at this definition here, an event can be something a browser does or something a user does. So it's either you set your browser to be doing that thing for you, or you want your user, the user of the web page, to be triggering that event. So here are some example of HTML event, which means that a web page has finished loading. So if I should load my page now, that means once the page loads, you want to get notified. You want to get something should happen immediately the page load finish. That's an event. Another event is an input feed was changed. Maybe you want your user to type something, and while the user is typing, you want to be seeing the changes and effects. You want to be doing something else with that input they are typing immediately. So that's another event. And another event is HTML. Another event is HTML button clicked, which is on click of a button, what should happen. On click of a text, on overing of a text. There are a lot of events that you can actually look into, but these are just for example, these are just very few of them. And yes, so JavaScript lets you execute code when events are detected. So what JavaScript does is that it listens to all those events, any event at all. It listens to them, and then it allows you to do whatever it wants to do with that event. So let's say, for instance, you listen to the event of a button clicked, and you want another page, or you want a pop-up to show up once the button is clicked. So that is the essence of JavaScript. It listens to a web event, and then it do the appropriate function that is attached to that event. So with single quotes, doesn't matter. Single quote is the same thing as double quote. So in the following example, an on-click attribute with code is added to a button. So looking at this, so this is just like having your function ready for what will happen when you click a button. So let's see, clicking on this button, okay, we have this, the time is this. If you look at it, you will see that this this paragraph tag is empty, and on click of this button, something shows up. It means that you are telling the button to do something once it is clicked. So this on click here is an event. So it is this event that the JavaScript is listening to. Once the button is clicked, bam, then this function is run, and then you have this on the screen. So let's go back to where we're coming from, and then we've talked about inner HTML. Okay. Yeah, this is another example of this. So you see this dot inner HTML. In this context, this is referring to this particular event. It's referring to this particular element because it is attached to that element. So there is no need for writing this long document of blah blah blah. You can just refer to this element as this. I hope you understand that again. So yeah, another thing, another element, another event listener. Okay, so those are just the examples done. So another way is by creating this function separately. I think we've done this in our past class using this type of on click, for example. So if I could remember, I think we have this new guy here to say okay, I think I've updated something there, so it's not working again. Let's just continue. So this is just example of, okay, I open this here, display date function. So instead of putting this line inside there, you can just bring out this and put it here directly, and then you call the function. So that does the magic. So here we have a lot of events that you may need to look into. Check on this reference, and then you'll see a lot of event listener, DOM events, a lot of them, you can see. So what you want to do at every point in time will determine which of them you need. So to not waste so much time, I will leave you to this. Check it and see how you can make use of every, or maybe some of them that are important. So let's go back to where we are, and here we'll be stopping on event with this tutorial. So the letter